All right. All right, we'll get started this morning. I said yesterday that what we'll do this morning is we'll just spend some time going through the review. Again, I would like to take some time right now and answer any questions that you have with reciprocal functions. I still would like to hear some questions just to know that where you're at with it. It's great if you got it, but I think there should be some people struggling with it a little bit. So by all means, let me know. So we can start by looking at 7.4 and just going through any of the reciprocal function questions. And then at that point, we can start looking at the review this morning. And we'll continue the review on. And I'll likely just post an assignment later today for you to work on tomorrow. And then Monday, we'll start again on chapter 8. So we won't start anything new for the next 2 or 3 days anyways. Okay, so are there questions this morning that you'd like to look at through from 7.4 or chapter 7?
I have one from 7.4 on page 321.
Yeah.
Number 7. I'm just not sure how to get an equation from once I draw the new line. Like maybe B, 7B.
Oh, 7B? Okay. All right, so 7B, what are we looking at here? All right, so we know that the graph touches at 2, x equaling 2, right? This one's a little bit harder to explain, but that's okay. That's why we want to do it. But you notice that it goes through, if you look to the right and you look to the left, it goes through exactly at 1. So those are invariant points for the next graph, right? So we understand that even if you're working in reverse, the invariant points are just as important. So if I mark this off and I mark this off, and I know that it goes through right here. Let me just change the color so it's easier to see. All right. So what I'm looking at then is I have 3 coordinates in which I could draw a line through. Now, we probably want to figure out whether or not, if I could, the ideal thing would be to figure out, like in A, they give you 0 and -1/4. It would be nice if we knew what that y-intercept was in the next one, because then we would be able to put wherever it was along this line. So realistically, I'm looking at this and I'm saying to myself, okay, to me it looks like this. Okay, because I have the 2. Now, it could be a parabola as well. All right, so there is that possibility that it goes up like this, and it is a parabola. All right, now, how do I determine whether it's either or? I'm not really sure what the correct solution would be. I would really need to know what that other point is, I guess, because both the absolute value graph and the parabola, I guess, both both go out and up, and they're very steep in what they're doing. So I'm guessing that it's not an absolute value. I just showed it to you because I could see how you think it was. I think it's a parabola. Okay. And because it goes up one and to the one, like the next to the right one and up one on the left side, okay, I'm going to assume then that f of x is equal to x, and if this is my vertex of my parabola, 2 and 0, that means then that my equation is x squared and then add 0, right? Because my h and k are 2 and 0 there. All right? So I think that the original equation is f of x equals x minus 2 squared. All right? Because we haven't done anything. We've done absolute value graphs, but we haven't done them with the reciprocal function. So we can leave it as a parabola, and I think that would be the answer. I'll check the back of the book, but that's kind of what I think it would be. So what are we, chapter 7? Oh, are they doing piecewise? Oh, 7-4. Sorry. 7b. Yeah. So an example, it says use the vertical asymptote, find the 0 of the function, which we did, then use an invariant point, which we did, to find the equation y equals x minus 2 squared. So we've got it right. Okay? It won't be complicated. Yeah, no worries. It won't be complicated. It can't be. It's too hard for us to work backwards in these particular questions. All right? Other questions today from 7-4 or 7-3 or whatever. Any questions, whatever, to do with chapter 7? Let's do that. We're all okay? All right, excellent. If that's the case, I mean, if you're not, don't be afraid to speak up. Now's a good time to do it. So let's get started on the review this morning. I'm going to leave this open all morning so that you can ask. There are 15 questions in that review. The first bunch will be fairly straightforward. And then after that, I would suspect that once you get into about question 13 or 11, 12, 13, you'll have maybe some issues there. But stay on this morning. You can talk to each other. You can ask for help. Whatever you need this morning, I'm here to help you. I'm going to try and piece together an assignment for you for tomorrow. So while you're working, that's what I'll do, and then I'll get it to you tomorrow morning. Okay? So I'll just mute myself so that I'm not up the entire time, and if you have questions, please ask. All right?
Amen. Hi. Guess what? What? That ice cream place hasn't been open for a week already. The one in Swan? Yeah. Oh my god. Send me to something. She said she was, but I'm so excited. So what's the reason we're going? Are we just going for ice cream? Well, I have to get my winter tires off. Okay. I was gonna say that's kind of like a far trip just for ice cream. It's a bit yeah, that's because I was supposed to go like I think last week, but I was like, no, I need to go to ice cream because like you need to try all of it. And like My favorite hard ice cream or whatever, they don't have it at Connie's, so. Or at, birthday party or whatever.
I don't think they have it.
No. I didn't quite think that they did before. Are you okay to miss, do you have class for biology or whatever on that?
Is anybody else want to chat or?
Yeah. What's your guys' favorite ice cream?
I will say, I thought it was going to start talking about ice cream. I was so confused. What can I say? For fun.
Yeah.
Alan?
I was gonna, like, what's your favorite ice cream, bro?
Cookie dough. I'm a cookie dough person.
Oh, I have to on that one, bro.
That was my favorite.
Tessa?
That's the ghost.
When do you work next work?
Saturday. Yep, every Saturday this month. So hard to go for
Yeah.
that'll be nice for you. Do we work 9 to 6 or not 9 to 4 or is it still like 10 to 2? I haven't heard that we're changing our hours yet. Because I thought you said like on Monday they were back to normal, but I don't know if that meant like for the Saturday. He never texted me. Here, I'll text him right now and ask. I don't want to end up showing up to work like an hour late. Yeah.
Oh, great. Kevin, do you work with?
What?
Are you too busy working away in your MacBook that you can't help with your excuse?
Yes, I am working on that. I'm almost done. But anyways, I don't know. Volleyball can come. Not a very mature choice, you know, it's fine.
Well, what? Like,
It's not very much work.
and Khan Candy.
Elmo.
Good. Well, like,
Yeah.
he's like growing up, you know, like that. He likes smoking great and stuff, but
Maple walnut.
yeah.
Looking at hard ice cream. I'm not sacrificing those good flavors just because I feel like I'm a kid. Yeah, exactly. You know, you gotta stick with what you like.
You're that. I'm also not hungry. Boston. Or I guess all of you guys, would you guys end up writing a voting list if you want to share? For like when you've been let out or something.
I don't know right now how you're gonna get a license. And then go to the lake and, you know, visit on, oh yeah, this is Dr. Month this summer. And that was like Craig's dad's was like, he can like hope he's gonna have a good time or whatever. But that's not his reality, but you know, nothing is taken from him and nothing is taken from me, like just the hope of an idea.
Austin, did you know campgrounds are actually gonna be open?